It's the Cooper and Anthony Show.
Reddit had a really great Am I the Ass Hat?
Okay.
It's going viral. The AITA and ass hat is not the word, but it's just, the proper way to say it here.
Right.
So this woman wrote something really interesting. So her son is getting married in December, which right there, it's COVID. He's getting married in December. He's going to have a wedding this December. That right there, I'm like, lady, ixnay on the Edding way. But anyway. So he's getting married in December, but like everybody else, he got furloughed and then he got laid off and he can't find another job. And his fiance is already like, no, that's our date. I paid for everything. I have a dress. Like she's all set. She's a bunch of people that have agreed to take the COVID test and come to the wedding and et cetera, et cetera. So she's not changing the wedding date. But the problem is now the son, since he's not working, he can't contribute to the wedding. So he's asked the mother, can you and my stepfather, can you guys pay for some of the wedding or give us some money? So they don't have any money either. So the husband does have some money. He has a college fund for his 16-year-old daughter to go to college. So she said, am I the ass hat if I ask my husband to take some of the college money so I can give it to my son for his wedding?
Yes. You can't do that. No. If the son doesn't have the money to get married in December, he can move it to April.
Right.
It doesn't have to be in December. People will understand if you move your wedding 7 months down the road.
It's the fiance. She's unwilling to move the wedding is the problem.
Well, then if she's unwilling to move the wedding, then you shouldn't get married. I'm a big fan of signs. That's a sign.
Right. Yeah. No.
Get away
he shouldn't
from
be
her.
marrying her like that. Yeah. Right. That's definitely a red flag. The fact that she's so unbending about her wedding, this one day. Weddings, does it really matter? Is it really a big deal? I still look back and I wish that I would have taken the wedding money and just pocketed it. Just give me the money you would have paid for my although I had a really fun wedding. I still give me the money you were going to pay for the wedding. And let me just, have a good time with it, put a down payment on an apartment, literally anything else.
But in 2020, you're not getting your fantasy wedding anyway. It's going to be a cut down version. And if you really love that guy or love that girl, you can just go to the whatever little chapel on the side of the road.
Right. Just go to a justice of the peace, have go to a priest or whatever religion you are, have them marry you. And then have the ceremony after COVID. That sounds like the most logical thing to do. But, taking money away from a college fund, that's the thing. When I first heard it, I was like, well, boys always get the shaft. Like parents never give boys money because they feel like it's a gender thing. Like boys should take care of themselves. And girls are always like being given, if parents have extra money, it always goes towards whatever the girl needs. But then when you look at what we're talking about here, it's a wedding versus college versus her future. It doesn't matter what the gender of the kid is. If it was a daughter asking for wedding money and a son who had a college fund be put away for him, I'd still say it's wrong to take money from some kid's future and give it to some kid to have a party one day.
Now try this scenario to see if you're the ass hat or not. So let's say you and 10 of your friends are going to go to Atlantic City for the weekend. So since you are so good at planning stuff, you plan it all. And then you say, I'll figure out the price. And then you guys pay me back.
Right. That makes sense. Okay.
That makes sense. So it comes up to $157.75 per person.
Okay.
So you say, okay, I want everybody to Venmo me $157.75 for the trip.
Okay. So far so good.
And one of your friends only sends back $157.
Right.
She doesn't put the 75 cents in. Do you go to her and ask her for the 75 cents, or do you drop it?
It depends which friend it is. So I have one girlfriend who is very generous with me whenever we go out. Sometimes she's just like, I got it. It's just coffee. And she'll buy me a coffee. Or if we're in a cab, she'll be like, you know what? I'm dropping you off first. I'll pay for the cab. If it's her, no way. I'm 75 cents. I'm eating that for sure. But then I have this other friend who nickel and dimes me with everything. I went out to eat with her, and we had obviously 2 separate dishes and 2 separate things. She got out her phone, pulled up a calculator, and figured out who ate what, how much it cost, what the tax is, what the tip is. She actually went out one time. She said to me, "You owe me $17.22. Specifically. 17, not 17, not 18, 17.22.
Mm-hmm.
That girlfriend, yeah, honey, you owe me 75 cents.
Okay, so it depends on the friend.
Depends on the friend
because
and how generous they are.
If everybody did that to you, that you would be down $8.
Yeah, then that's not fair.
That's not fair to you, even though you even did all the planning and put it together. You know, that's not fair for the friends to do that. But should you bring it up to her and say, come on, it's 75 cents, I know, but that's the deal we have.
Okay, so one time it was a whole group of us girls, and it was my birthday, and they said, you plan your birthday and we'll pay for it. And I was like, okay. So I found a place to eat that was not too expensive, and I got them to give us like a deal because there was, I think it was like 15 of us, and they gave us like a deal, and the tip was included and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, you know, since I planned it and since I chose the place, I'll kick in for myself, and just you guys being there will be my present. They're like, no way, we're paying for you. You don't drink anything, doesn't really matter. You don't eat meat, so how much are you going to be? $10? We'll pay for you happily.
You eat scraps, so it's not.
I eat scraps.
You don't even eat real food.
Right, and I don't drink alcohol, so
right.
You know, whatever. I don't even drink soda. Whatever water's on the table is what I'm having. So I'm a cheap date. So they were like, you know, we'll just pay for you. This one girlfriend, the one who nickels and dimes us, she was like, I didn't agree to pay for you. I was like, okay, well then I'll pay your portion of what my meal is then. She's like, I'm here, I'll pay for me, you know, but I'm not paying for other people, and I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna. I didn't agree to pay yours. So I ended up paying for a percentage of my own meal that she was supposed to pay for.
And I hope this
cheap.
I hope this ends with, and that's the last time I saw her.
I have not seen her in years.
That's the right answer.